Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play, no, it's not a Let Us Play, this is a speed build. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kate, or I go by AlwaysMoreSims here on YouTube. And today, we are doing part one of a two-part speed build. So this is the building of the house. It is I don't think it's that big of a house, but I also had quite a few distractions while I was trying to build this house, so that might be one of the reasons why it took me longer. Just to build basically the shell of it. So this house is called either Branchwood or Branchford. I don't remember. Beauty. And it is going to be the house that our son William in my Feig challenge, Bailey! Sorry, I have 4 dogs in here with me right now, and all of them have really bad allergies and are like itching and like chewing on themselves, but it's getting to the point that they're like tearing out fur and like making themselves bleed, and so I'm trying to like keep an eye on them when they're like chewing. So anyways, if I start randomly shouting at a dog, that is why. So this house will be for William when he is a young adult. Bailey. So he's named after Prince William, son of Princess Diana, who is the heir from our last generation. She's the mom, Diana, named after Princess Diana. Bailey! I should just rename the speed build like Bailey's Beauty or something, just because of Bailey. But yes, so Diana is having 3 kids. She has already had William and Henry. And Henry is named after Prince Harry, because Henry is Prince Harry's name, his full name, his first name, but he goes by Harry for whatever reason. Anyways, Ellie! Oh my goodness. And then we got Chloe doing it. Zoe's the only one that's not itching too terribly, but I think it's like the fact that they've woken up and they're like moving around and doing stuff. When they were sleeping earlier, then they weren't itching so bad. But they're like, the boys are going to be following their namesake as well as they can. So like William is going to marry a girl named Kate, and they're going to have 3 children together. George, Charlotte, and Louis, I believe, are Prince William's 3 kids. And then we have Henry, who's going to marry a girl named Megan. And I thought that they only had 1 child, but I guess they had a 2nd child back in June. A little girl. So unless they magically pop out a 3rd child before Henry has his kids, Henry will have 2 children. And yeah, so this house has 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, which I think, like, if I were playing in this house, that might be kind of annoying, only having 2.5 bathrooms. But since I don't know if I'll play in this house. I think it depends on how I furnish it. Like, I don't mind the outside. I was trying to do something different with... Hi, Zoe. I was trying to do something different with the brick, but I'm not sure how I feel about the brick. Like, I find it very difficult to color brick in this game. Like, it always just looks so unnatural. So, I don't really mess with brick that often, but I'm like, I'm gonna do it. We're gonna put brick on this house. And I don't know, I'm not a huge fan. So I like the shape of the house. It is very like farmhouse, wraparound porch, and it's got my typical white siding and black roof and all of that. But it's just the brick. I don't know about the brick. I also originally had like a lot of columns around the house, and I was like, when I pulled back from the house, I'm like, that's way too much. And so I got rid of, I'd say, a good 2/3 of the original amount of columns I had on the porch. What the heck is that? Zoe, what'd you wipe on me? What is that? I don't know. So, yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna do anything with the backyard of this house. I'm not sure, because I feel like there's a lot of space there, and I don't know what kind of personalities the kids will have, and I normally try and... I was like, maybe I could put a pool, but I'm like, I don't really want to put a pool, and I just kind of don't want to do anything with the backyard. I don't know if that'll change when I come back to furnish the house, But as of right now, nothing has been done with the backyard. It's not very secure either. There are 2 gates to get into the backyard, but there's no fence along the back of the lot. It's just open to the back. So it's not a very secure backyard. But I think that's okay. It's okay. So, yeah, I was building this house, and first, Dream, I went live. If you don't know, I'm a huge, fan of the Dream team, so, they're Minecraft YouTubers. Dream is my favorite, hands down, even though I'm wearing a Sapnap hoodie right now. Sapnap is one of his best friends. My parents make fun of me and, roll their eyes, and they don't even bother to understand what I'm talking about when I talk about Dream and Sapnap and stuff. I know it can come across as annoying. Anyways, Dream went live on his alt account on Twitch, and Dream never goes live anymore. He just doesn't. He's on my laptop behind me. Has no mic on, so I just have it muted. I just have the stream open just to have it open because I'm a simp. And he's just practicing for MCC, which is Minecraft Championships. And I watched my first MCC a couple weeks ago when they did the All-Stars, and it was the Dream Team playing plus Bad, so technically the Muffin Tears. If you don't watch them, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But that was my first MCC that I've ever watched. Watching live streams tends to give me anxiety when there's a lot going on, when it's more than just a casual stream. I get really anxious, and Dream can get borderline toxic because he is so competitive, which I hate saying, but it's the truth. And so I was kind of hesitant to watch the MCC last one, but I really enjoyed it. And then, the team that they have playing this upcoming weekend, or for you guys, it was actually this past Saturday. It looks like a great team, but I'm babysitting all day, will not be able to watch it. So, anyways, he's practicing for that right now. That's the whole point. He went live, and I couldn't log into my Twitch because earlier this week, I got a notification that somebody was trying to, log into my Twitch, and it wasn't me. And so I very quickly changed my password. Well, every password that I tried to put in, Twitch was like, that's not strong enough, try something else. That's not strong enough, try something else. Literally everything, no matter how I typed it, no matter how many different passwords I tried. Because I wanted it to be something that I could remember. And it got to the point I literally had to just put in a bunch of random keys. That is the only password that Twitch would allow me to have. So it was so it's logged in on my phone because that's why I changed the password. Well, I wanted to pull up his stream on my iPad because he's supposed to be, there's a rumor, he has said that he is possibly face revealing this month because nobody knows what Dream looks like other than Sapnap, and they live together, so of course Sapnap's gonna know what he looks like. But he's supposed to be face revealing and meeting up with his other best friend George, who lives in the UK. Both of those things are supposed to be happening this month, so anytime this man does anything, everybody, including myself, is freaking out oh my gosh, face reveal, oh my gosh, George! No, it's just MCC practice without any, it's just the game sound. He doesn't have any music going, or at least he didn't when I had the sound on earlier. He's not talking to anybody, he's just practicing and streaming it and pretty much ignoring everything going on. But I was trying to log in on my iPad so I could watch it on the iPad in case it was, again, face reveal or George. And it wouldn't accept the password, despite being, I literally had to write down the password because I knew I wouldn't remember the random keys. And I literally I typed it in, I don't know how many times on my iPad. The iPad won't accept it, but then I turn around and type it in on my laptop. The laptop's like, yep, that's correct. I'm I don't understand what I was doing differently, but I cannot get Twitch to work on my iPad. So there was that. And while that was happening, I did not pause recording. The recording was still going while I was too busy focusing on trying to get Twitch to work on my iPad. And then my game nearly crashed twice, so I had to I I did pause the recording to like back out and save, because in The Sims 3 you can't save while you're actually in build by mode. You have to go out to edit town, which is how I do this. And so there was that. So I had to do that twice, because I was terrified I was going to lose the house. And then I was like, finally I was getting into the groove of things. And then a certain dog, the one I'm actually petting right now, starts to make, you know how like people say, if you have a pet or an animal of any sort, you know what I mean when I say, nothing makes you get out of bed faster than a dog making like the puking sounds, like they're about to throw up. Like the yeah, that, Zoe decided that she was going to do that in like, I think I was about like 40 minutes into the recording. So it took me about an hour and a half just to build the shell of this house. So I was up and out of my chair. Thankfully, like, she likes to sleep under my bed, and that's where she had been, but she had like tucked her head out to like, I think she was planning on getting out from under the bed to throw up. I went over, I grabbed her by the paws, and I like slid her out the rest of the way from under the bed, turned around, plopped her in my bathroom, where she continued to throw up all over. But I saved my carpet, and that is all I care about, because I hate cleaning up throw up out of carpet. It's awful. So that also interrupted the recording, which I also did not pause for. I didn't have time to pause. I wanted to save my carpet. So there's that. And then my computer oh my goodness, if I start talking smack about it now, it's gonna completely die on me and I will never get it to work again. But this thing is driving me insane. It's a short drive, but it's getting there. So I have told this story before, or I've mentioned this before. When, like, the computer, my dad bought this computer used. We are not rolling in money, and gaming computers are expensive. So my dad found this on Facebook Marketplace, and he bought it from a guy who claimed that the computer was only 2 years old at the time. Well, the computer will be 3 this Christmas. Well, I will have had it for 3 years this Christmas. It will not be turning 3. If it was actually 2 when we got it, like the man said it was, it would actually be going on 5. This is not right. This is incorrect. My dad has a friend of his. Both times that my computer has like stopped working, one time it was like it was the graphics card, and another time I forget what the other problem was. But basically this guy looked at the computer, and like he got a new graphics card in it, like, 'cause that was the problem it had last time a couple months ago. And he's like, I can't put a newer graphics card in this thing than what it has, 'cause it's so old. We're like, it's old? He's like, yeah, this thing, when we took it to him, which was, I'm pretty sure that was earlier this year, I have lost like all sense of time. Whenever I took the computer, like within the last year, he's like, yeah, this computer is going on 12 years old. And we're like, oh, so it's not 4, it's 12, so that means this Christmas it'll be going on 13, not 5, and, you can tell. I like to joke that it's my airplane. You can hear it. That thing that sounds like it's blowing air, that's the computer. And it gets louder depending on how many things I have open. Especially if I have one of my Sims games opened. Then it gets very loud, and it sounds like it's preparing for takeoff. So I'm very grateful for this computer. For being 13 years old, it is actually doing considerably well, but it is also reaching the end of its life. Every time I start it, I now have like 2 different pop-ups that will come up and saying my graphics card is out of date and needs to be updated. I can no longer update the graphics card. I cannot install any new software for the graphics card. Nothing can be updated as far as the graphics card is concerned. It has the most current graphics card in it. I trust what this, like, my dad's friend, I trust him 100% in what he's, like, in him saying this. So there is no updating the graphics card or the software for the graphics card. So I googled, I'm like, how important is it to update the graphics card? And basically I have a few more like software updates left before I lose the computer. And I can already tell, Ellie, hey, no. I can already tell the graphics are struggling. More so than they do, because I can't play games on my gaming channel anymore because my graphics card is so outdated that it can't handle the graphics in most current day games. Like, I will not be able, I was really hoping I'd be able to play FNAF Security Breach, which comes out on the 16th, and that will not be happening. I already know that my computer will not be able to handle it, at least not to the quality that I would like it to. So I'll have to save Security Breach for next year. I've already just accepted that. So I have been, like, I started about a month ago, started talking about, I'm saving up money for a new computer. I hope to have a new computer within the next few months, but again, they are very expensive, and after Black Friday, I was just seeing what, like, the Black Friday deals were. Most of the computers were sold out, and the ones that are still, like, available have gone up in price, which sucks. And yeah. So then I have two monitors. I have a smaller one to my right, and that is like what it has, like, right now. It has my editing software pulled up, and that's normally what, like, my OBS is on, or if I have, like, a different window open, so whatever game I'm not playing, it is open on my right monitor. Right monitor looks fine. The left monitor, however, and I know it's not the monitor that's causing the problem, the bottom left corner of this monitor is visibly darker than the rest of the as you can tell, it is darker in the bottom left corner. I don't know why. I'm assuming it has something to do with the graphics card. Because I have, like, switched, like, I was like, okay, is it, like, the core? Is it, like, the cable? Is it the monitor? So I was, like, monkeying around. I was, like, switching cords and stuff. No. I don't... I don't know what's going on. Yep. That's what's going on. So, working towards getting a new computer. I am house sitting next weekend, and then the day after Christmas until January 2nd, I am going to be out of town house sitting. One of my, like, childhood friends, she moved, like, 45 minutes out of town, and her and her family take a yearly, like, a yearly trip down to, like, a beach somewhere in Arizona, or might be Alabama. I don't know. They're down on the south coast of the U.S. And they do this every year, but normally they, like, board their dogs. Well, one of their dogs, it can get, like, really aggressive with new people, like, that she doesn't know. Well, she knows me, and every time I'm over, she is, like, all over me. She was, like, laying on me and just, like, flops all over me. So I'm gonna go stay with her dog, because they can't board it. They can't find they can't board her this year. So I'm doing that from the 26th to the 2nd. So I have a whole bunch of pre-recording I'm trying to get done, and I just hope and pray that my computer will get me through it. Because I'm hoping to get Christmas money, and then Christmas money can go towards new computer. So I think that's everything. I don't have screenshots for this part. I will have all of the screenshots for the house in the second part. When the second part is up, that means that the house will be done, and I will come back and put a download link, but for now there isn't one. I think that's everything, though. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Bye, guys.